Hello. Sorry, there's a little hesitation there. I wasn't quite ready for being live, but there we go. Never mind. That's technology for you. So great to be here. Thank you for your time in being here. I really do appreciate it. And I want to try and make sure that I deliver the best value that I can in the short time that we've got together. This LinkedIn Live or Facebook Live or YouTube Live, we're on all three. We're streaming using Streamyard, fantastic tool. I'd strongly recommend it and endorse it. I think it's brilliant. It's so much easier and so much less of a faff than doing things like a webinar and stuff like that, because it's just easy, it's quick, and it works. I'm doing great on here in terms of building relationships, winning new business, and so on and so forth. Now today, ultimately it's about time management. It's about how to become more effective. And oh, by the way, just before I start, this is like 15 minutes, okay? So I'm not going to have you here for an hour. I actually did this morning a much longer LinkedIn Live. It was part of a group one. It was at 8:30 this morning, and we had 204 people signed up for it. What a fantastic thing. And it cost us nothing to put it on. We got together with a group of people and ran, I think, a really good LinkedIn Live. But anyway, back to today and what we're talking about right now. So becoming more effective. Let's just say, and I know you've heard this many times, that we've all got the same amount of time. It's the one thing that's equal. You and I have got the same time as Bill Gates and Richard Branson and anybody else who you'd like to mention who is successful in your eyes. Now, that said, if we've only got the same amount of time, then why aren't we as successful as they are? And I'm talking financially, but if your goal was to be, I don't know, successful in football or another sport, or a relationship, or in your health, or people say to me all the time, and I use the same old BS excuse myself. Oh, I've not got time to go down the gym. Really, if you think about it, what a load of rubbish. Do you know what? This morning, one of my fellow speakers, a guy with a fantastic name of James Brown. How do you like to be called James Brown? That's so cool. He said, the secrets of success are clarity, focus, and then that gets you results. And it really struck me. I thought, wow, that's that's like really clear. Clarity. Clarity's clear. I suppose that's a bit of a weird thing to say, but my point being, when we're clear on what we want, we go for it, I think, and that's so true. And it's all this other crap that gets in the way that often stops us becoming what we're striving to become. I've got this thing right now. I'm looking to develop online training. It's like a real part of how I see myself, almost like my legacy. I've only got however many years left. I've been doing this now for 28 years, and I want to build up that side of my business. So why aren't I doing that? Well, I've not really quite got the time, and I'm too busy serving clients, and I need all this other stuff doing that is getting in the way. So, we need to focus. We need to do what James Brown said, and that is get clear, focus on what it is you want, not the 52 things, but the one thing. What is the one thing I want to try to achieve? I actually had a bit of a trouble with that. I was getting it down to about 3 things that I'd really like to achieve. But either way, it certainly doesn't want to be 52, does it? Now, all that said, that's all great. And, that's what I want, and be clear, and let's have the objective and all that stuff, which you've heard thousands of times before. The question is, how do you do that? Now, I'm here today. I want to be really clear. I'm not an expert in time management. In fact, some would say, and probably my wife would be one of them, that, I'm not very good at it. I'm not somebody here who's coming to you as a guru on time management or an expert in it, or even somebody who's actually pretty decent. I've probably made most of the time management mistakes that you've all made, to be honest. However, the one thing I want to tell you today is something that I learned from somebody who's. I've had a weird relationship with this guy, not in a weird way, but in a long way that I listened to for many, many years on CD, and before that even on cassette. His name is Peter Thompson. Peter's a great guy. He does sort of what I do. He's probably got more of he's certainly got a great knowledge of marketing and business, but he's more of I suppose, a business consultant than he is a marketing consultant, although he does really know marketing. And Peter came up with this thing, which he described as getting a piece of paper. I'm going to do this right now. Doing it live. It's coming to you live, guys. And you divide the piece of paper into 3. And it's an A4 sheet of paper. Look, there's mine. Here we go. Can you see that? Yeah, it's divided into 3. And in the left-hand column, you write £10. In the middle column, you write £100. And in the right-hand column, you write £1,000. Okay, like so. Okay, you get the idea. This is very scientific, as you can see. Now, if you want to be really clever, you could easily use a spreadsheet for this. I'm just demonstrating it on a piece of paper. And then what you do is you get another piece of paper and you write a list of everything that you have to do. Absolutely everything, whether that's everything in your business, everything in your life, the task. I'm not talking about, going and having walking the dog and stuff like that, unless that's something you don't particularly like doing. What I'm trying to get to is a list of things that you have to do. And then what I want you to do is to put them down under one of those 3 columns. So they could be £10 tasks, they could be £100 tasks, or they could be £1,000 tasks. Now, once you've done that, your job as a business owner is to get the hell out of doing the £10 tasks. These are tasks that you could pay somebody £10 to do. Now, it could be that you outsource it to, on something like Fiverr, and that £10 actually becomes $5, but we're talking a low level product. Perhaps it's something that's, a little bit more than that. You're going to outsource your bookkeeping and somebody's going to charge you £15, £20 for that, but it's the same group, it doesn't have to be 10. I'm sure you get that. So, what you're going to do is make a list of all your £10, £100, £1,000 tasks, and then you're going to work out how you can, not maybe immediately, you can't just go, right, I've got these 25 £10 tasks, I'm going to outsource it to everybody and leave the company broke because you've paying all these other people to do stuff for you. You may or may not be able to do that, but what you're going to do is to work towards getting rid of the £10 tasks. Now, a £10 task could be something like bookkeeping, it could be doing admin, it could be, customer service or something like that. They're tasks that could be performed for £10. £100 tasks could be something a little bit more like, I don't know, doing your social media, let's say. Yes, you could pay somebody £10 to do that, but the value there is a little bit higher. Perhaps it's something like, I don't know, doing your IT. You've got some skills in web development, let's say. Let's say you're or what you actually do for a living. If I repair cars or do landscape gardening, that would be probably £100 task, doing the work of the business. But what I might want to do is to outsource that to somebody, excuse me, that I could pay perhaps 10, 20, 30 pounds for. I don't know what the mechanic charges at a garage, but let's say I think my garage charges me 60, 70 pound an hour, probably pays the mechanic 20, 30 pound an hour, something like that. I don't really know. Then we look at the £1,000 task. What's in there? A £1,000 task could be the planning side, meeting people, sales, That's £1,000 task. One of my clients this week phoned somebody up on LinkedIn and made 17 grand. 17 grand for a phone call. It took him several calls, I will say. But, the point being, that is £1,000 task, getting on the phone and speaking to people. And yet people go, I've not got time to do that. Sorting your business plan out or your marketing plan, or spending time thinking, that's £1,000 task. And people go, oh, I've not got time. Training yourself is £1,000 task. If you want to be, excuse me, if you want to have a better business, become a better business owner. That's pretty good advice, isn't it? So the question is, what skills do you need to be working on? Well, they're all £1,000 tasks. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say today, because today's all about becoming more effective. And do you know what? One of the biggest problems, if you ask me, why does marketing fail, Steve? Why aren't people more successful in their business? Based on the fact that, if you're going to be successful in your business, you've got to become better at selling and marketing. There's only two ways of making more profit, which is the purpose of a business, by the way. One is to reduce costs. So we can all save 5% here, 10% there, and so on and so forth. And the other is to increase sales. Now, we can increase sales to whatever level we want, assuming we've got enough resources to do that. But certainly for most people watching today, they will have the potential to massively increase, double, triple, quadruple, 10x their sales. And, if you're going to do that, then how are you going to do that? Well, you've got to become 10 times better at marketing and 10 times better at converting leads into sales. You need a system, you need a process. And that's what I've spent 28 years doing, working with thousands of businesses in hundreds of industries. I've written 4 books on marketing. I'm writing another one called Results Mastery. I've been speaking all over the world. I've been to Singapore, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Switzerland, Germany, Australia, you name it, speaking on sales and marketing. And my number one piece of advice to you, or the number one reason in my experience why marketing is not done to the level and achieve the success that it could, is this: it doesn't get done. It doesn't get done. People go, oh, well, I said I was going to do that, but no, I've been a bit busy, Steve. Been a bit busy, doing my bookkeeping. Been a bit busy. I had to tidy the office. I say that slightly tongue in cheek, but you understand my meaning. People are not. People don't spend. I hear people all the time tell me things like, well, I'm on LinkedIn, but I don't really do very much. Why the hell not? Why don't you, you could make a load of money. I make 100 grand a year from LinkedIn, £100,000. Now, all right, for some people, that's nothing. I'm a small business. That's really cool. My client made 17 grand this week from picking up the phone from somebody on LinkedIn, and people say, I don't really use it very much. That's like saying, I'd like to be the world tennis champion, but I don't like practicing. I don't like practicing very much. So, I practice once a week for about half an hour, and I do it when I'm free. It's never going to get you anywhere. So, I love the saying, if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always got, which I think was originally said by Einstein. And whilst I don't wish to decry him, he's obviously 1,000 times more intelligent than I am. I will tell you, it's no longer the case. If you always do what you've always done, then you're not even going to get what you've always got. We're going through tough times. We'll go through tough times again in the future, and we'll go through great times in the future. Just like the seasons, when we come out of winter, we go to spring, then to summer, then to autumn, then back into winter again. They're the seasons of business, and we need to be prepared for those. and we need to be able to adapt. So work on you, work on becoming a better business owner if you want a better business. Thank you ever so much for listening. If you want to book a meeting with me, I'm very cool with that. You can use the link on my website. It'll be great to see you, and feel free to do that. I'm just going to show you this. You're going to be so impressed with this, guys. Just watch this. Are you ready? Ready to be amazed and astounded? Here we come. There we go. Look at that. How about that? I say that very tongue-in-cheek, but I'm using Streamyard. I should have put this up earlier, that's the truth. But basically, if you want to book a results awareness meeting, then do so. Go to my website, click on one of the gold buttons, or just simply email me, and we can set something up. Thanks ever so much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm on tomorrow. I'm on every day, Monday to Friday, 12:30 for about 15 minutes, not 45 minutes, about 15 minutes. I'm to 16 minutes now, so I'm slightly over. But also, I'd ask you to do me a big favor. If you've enjoyed it, comment below. Basically share it, if you would. Share the link to tomorrow. I'll be publishing that, and it'd be great, because I just want to help as many people as I can. That's my motivation. And yeah, okay, some of them will become customers of mine, and that's great. Others won't, and that's fine. But the more people we can get to watch videos like this, then the better for everybody. And when you consider that 8 out of 10 businesses go bust within the first 5 years, that's an alarming statistic. So I just want to do my bit to try and solve, I will never solve it, but to reduce that particular statistic. So thanks ever so much. I hope you've enjoyed it, and look forward to speaking again soon. Take care. Bye.